game. Guys come out and they start smashing the ball from ball one. If you haven't got the base and you haven't got the confidence to do that, then it can be quite tricky. I think the surface has been quite difficult as well. Not always conducive to coming out and playing shots. Batters nowadays, they come in and they hit the ball speed from ball one. But as I said, if you haven't got the confidence to do that, it can be quite a long tournament for you.
Yeah, different conditions than we're used to seeing. It's nice to see the bowlers coming to the fore a little bit more. But, you're a global coach. You coach all around the world. No doubt you have your eye on what the players have been doing for whatever other franchise opportunities arise next. Who's taken your fancy in the performances so far?
Yeah, there's been a couple of players. There's been one or two opening batters who have really taken the tournament by storm. The new one as well as a bowler, something different. So, yeah, there's a lot of guys who have sort of put their hand up for their franchises. And it's been interesting to see how they go about their business as well. So I think it's a nice format for a couple of youngsters who may aren't in the know of a lot of people around the world, for them to really come here and sort of put their name on the board. There's an auction around the corner for the IPL as well, so I'm sure there's quite a few coaches and quite a few scouts looking at a lot of the performances out here.
It's such a good opportunity to put your hand up on the big stages, the Abu Dhabi T10. And lastly, you can spoil the party for the Delhi Bulls and Andy Flower today. Are you confident the boys can get the job done?
Yeah, look, we don't want to try to spoil anyone's competition, but we would like to go away with the win. We don't want to go away from this tournament without a win. I think we owe it to ourselves and owe it to them, our management.
Here we go.
Righto, we're at the halfway mark, of course, of match number 27. Team Abu Dhabi against the Delhi Bulls. Such an important game, this one for the Delhi Bulls. They got to win. Abu Dhabi need 98. They'll fancy this, I think, because they did pretty well and came back nicely on that last over. And they've got to go at 9.8 runs per over. So that's what's happening here in Abu Dhabi T10. But this isn't the only T10 tournament that gentleman has been involved in inspiring people about. He's the founder, Shahjul Mulk. We're at the Zim Afro T10. This is the entertainment and the action that was there. Some terrific stuff. They love their cricket in Zimbabwe, and the players all just tracked off for that. And there's the Calendars winning the Zim Afro T10. A lot of fun was had at that venue throughout that tournament. The Joburg Buffaloes posted 127 for 4 in their 10 overs, a pretty good total. Danton, Hafiz, the top scorers. Amazai got 1. In fact, wickets were shared pretty much, but he was the pick of the bowlers, just the 1-0 from him. And the Durban Calendars in reply, 129 for 2. And Zazai, 43. Fletcher in the runs again with 29 off just 11 balls. Good work from him, and the Durban Calendars won by 8 wickets. Hence the celebrations with that trophy. So that was Zim Afro T10. And then we're off to Florida, to Lauderhill, just near Fort Lauderdale, just near Miami. And we had that game as well, the US T10 Masters. Some of the older boys got involved here, and they had an absolute ball. Camaraderie on the park, off the park was absolutely sensational. Lots of smiles, lots of laughs, some really good cricket as well. The final was quite extraordinary. Scores were tied, super over, and they won on a super over, the Texas Chargers. That was what happened in the final, where it was all tied at the end. The Warriors 92 for 6 and 92 with the Texas Chargers. Hafiz had a blinder of a tournament, 46 or 17, to get them through actually to that super over, and then they went on to win. So amazing stuff, and some really good bowling performances as well in that one. So plenty of action, not just here in Abu Dhabi T10, but also the Zim Afro T10 and the US Masters T10. Great to see that. And Shahjul Mulk, the founder of T10 cricket, is taking it around the cricketing globe, and that's got to be great news for everybody. Kyle Mayers, 31 years of age. He's going to be looking to tee off here. He'll be looking at a bit of fun, I reckon. Tom Batten might be thinking the same. That's when Kyle Mayers is likely to be looking to play his best in particular. But if they get a good start, these guys have got good careers and good experience in this format too. 43 matches, strike rate of 173, best of 80 for Tom Banton. Still does 20. It's all about the Bulls wanting to win this one, having to win this one to stay in that top 4. Simon Dawes alongside me. Hi, Simon.
Evening to you. Banton now. Hasn't had the tournament. I mean, the whole batting lineup just have not had the tournament they were expecting, or that I'm sure the coaching staff, we heard from Mark Boucher, were expecting from them.
Again, that one's just going the other way, so back into the right-hander. So one in towards the left-handed Mayers and one into the right-handed Banton. So that's what he showed us straight away. He really has been absolutely electric, Faruqi. He's loved his cricket, loved the damage that he's done at the top of the order. He's got some seriously good players out as well. And thoroughly enjoying the challenge. That's the work that he's done. Great figures, really good. Oh, that went some distance. At a pretty tidy pace.
Yeah, 6 games in, and the most you've gone for is 19 in your 2 overs. That's just exceptional behaviour. Nobody's managed to collar him at all at any one stage, and only twice has he not managed to pick up 2 wickets. So it's been superb.
Keep it nice and tight and pick up a wicket or 2 at the top. It'll make a big difference to the Bulls' performance tonight.
And even more impressive is the first over of the game. Economy of 4.66 and 4 wickets in the first over.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Let's look at the work that he's done throughout season 7. Going a shade over 7s, and he's picked up 8 sticks. So best of 2 for 8. Just bowls the one at the top, then he generally has a bit of a breather and comes back in the middle. Oh, he was looking to line him up a little bit there, Cole Mayers, but he missed by some distance in the end as it went away.
He'd shown him a couple of in-swingers. And Mayers was looking for that downtown shot. Does he try and beat the outside edge again here, or does he throw that searing in-swinger, maybe the Yorker?
A little bit of a glare in that follow-through as well. What's he got this time? Walking across that time, Mayers. Because he walked across, there's no chance of getting that quarter wide. 4 for none. Jump all over that QR code and receive T10 digital rewards. Or of course you can visit cricket.snowball.money to get involved as well. Right, just 4 off that first over. Levian or Huck, as he has been all along, bowling the second over. Slanting the ball in, bit of swing in to the right-hander as well. Maybe they're scanning that code. I don't know. Maybe they were. Great to see Aleem Dar here, by the way.
Again, a little bit of swing for Naveen. Banton looking to invent something, use that swing. It really does show how far this Afghanistan cricket side have come in the last few years. They've now got a quick bowling attack in Faruqi, Naveen, Omarzai. It can actually threaten top order players around the world.
Yeah, it's been an eye-opener, I'm sure, for a lot of people watching this tournament. Down the ground, nicely struck, straight for 4.
Banton finds the middle of the blade, gets a half volley and puts it away. And in the slot from Fazalak, not quite as much swing as he was hoping for. Well evaded by Kyle Mayers.
Really tidy first over Faruqi. Halfway through this one, a couple of dot balls already from Naveen ul Haq. Just the single, push that man back.
Let's deploy helmet on. Bulls will be looking to push this required rate up around the 11.5, 12 as quickly as they possibly can. 2 or 3 overs that go for around about 7, 8, 9 would be handy for them. It just pushes that run rate pressure a little bit more on Team Abu Dhabi, who really have absolutely nothing to lose.
Mr. Ploy to come in as well. Another fine cricketer, Mr. Ploy. Saw him play very nicely in one of the earlier games, very early games actually. These boys are watching every single ball. Now it's time for Kyle Mayers to go down. Oh, just couldn't quite get the boot on that. That's not going to impress the bowler too much, I'd imagine. They like it though.
Oh, Richard Gleeson playing a bit more football than cricket. Going feet first rather than diving with the hands.
Suddenly 9 off this over, still 1 more to go, and now a little bit of extra anxiety for Naveen ul Haq to make sure he finishes this one. And a quiet word to Richard Gleeson probably soon after the ball is bowled. Oh, he's got an edge on that. That was a very good delivery. Almost going into that off stump, but disappeared off that thick edge. A smile from Myers, 17 for none. So it's pretty close after 2 overs. I guess one of the important things to note is the ball's got off to a pretty brisk start with Rousseau and also Quinton de Kock, but they didn't kick on, both those guys, and that's put them on the back foot a little bit. Was Makram now, who's been really good. 4 games, going at 6.6, and has picked up some wickets as well. Power play's done. More protection. Probably come back for the second. They do that.
You can't have a slip in for too long, I know, but when the ball's still swinging around a little bit, it is an option. Kyle Mayers with a thickish outside edge down towards around about where 1.5 slips might have been standing. Back-to-back boundaries to finish off the over.
Crisply played by Banton. If you look at the Team Abu Dhabi lineup, I mean, they've got these 2 guys and then they've got Mr. Ploy. So after that, Wayne Pretorius comes in towards the end. A little bit of a dip. Asif Khan has a bit of a dip as well from the UAE. It's not too much after that, though. Well, Colin Ingram, obviously, as an impact player. It's beautifully punched down the ground. Again, only a single.
Again, a good start to the over. This is what we had from Fazal Faruqi, but can he finish it off? Try and force some scoreboard pressure. Maybe push that run rate up a little bit.
So halfway through the 3rd over. Run rate to shade under 8.5. Oh, that's nicely played. That's down. There's 2 men back, but he's split that gap perfectly. That's a fine shot. Great control from Banton.
Dead straight. Half volley, yes, but dead straight from Tom Banton. This is something we haven't seen enough of through the tournament from Banton. Maybe tonight's the night.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good, that's for sure. A couple of 4s at the moment. Same with Mayers. Certainly the second one a little bit more fortunate. Squeezing that one away. Looking to come back for the second. They're staying at 2 only. Lots on the go for him as the coach of the Delhi Bulls, Andy Flower. Neck and neck at the moment. 27 for 1 with the Bulls at this stage. Soon to lose another one as well. So Abu Dhabi have got a little bit of an upper hand with 27 for none. Short delivery to finish the over. 3 gone. Match number 27, 97 for 3 at the moment. The Delhi Bulls, Team Abu Dhabi, have got off to a pretty good start. Tracking down that total, they didn't get to the 3 figures. But, the Delhi Bulls, Abu Dhabi will fancy this 2 opening pair. They've got a real chance to step on the gas and try and make some impact here, and they'll be hoping for a win, hoping for an upset. That'll certainly upset the Bulls, that's for sure. No run. Delighted to introduce Shahjeel Amok, who's joined us, the founder of T10 Cricket. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
So just tell me about your feelings about Abu Dhabi T10 again. Have you enjoyed this one for starters?
Yeah, I think reaching year 7 and is always a very important milestone. And I think the way we're seeing it now is it's improving each day. And I think it's meeting all our expectations for now. All the players have been very happy. We've got a fantastic field. Almost 1,600 players registered for the season 7. And good numbers on the viewership as well. We're happy here.
That's brilliant. And a couple of shots like that, I know that entertains. We see you up there a lot. We're showing on the camera. And whenever someone hits a shot like that, we see a big smile on your face. That's what you like to see.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Because I think the T10 format, because of the 90 minutes and shot format, we don't want to see a lot of action on the cricket. Yes, yeah.
So 6 off the second ball. Gleeson now high on the bat, going towards that short boundary. It has gone for 6 as well, so back-to-back 6s. Good stuff from Kyle Mayers. Now just tell me about Zim Afro T10. I mean, that was exciting for you.
Yes, I think after 6 years of doing T10 in Abu Dhabi, we thought we should go global. And Zim Afro was our first global venture. And, the way it's a full member board, a lot of local following of the cricket. And we tried to do things differently there. We not only just did the T10, we went into cricket development, the player development programs, the inter-school programs, and he's also supporting the local culture. So I think all in all, it went an exceptionally good tournament, actually. Yeah.
And I know that's one of the things you're really keen on making sure is right. And here's some footage, of course, of beautiful Zimbabwe. You want to make sure that when you go to those regions, it is different in each place, and it amplifies the region itself.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'll be surprised because I think Zimbabwe, even though it's a full member board, the domestically football used to be a #1 followed sport there. But then the reports I hear now after the T10, everybody's talking about cricket. The youth is talking about cricket because we had the kids with their scholarships there. So I think now cricket is slowly again becoming the #1 sport in Zimbabwe. So that's the impact we were able to have on Zimbabwe, actually.
Yeah, brilliant. I just want to talk more about that. Andy Flower from Zimbabwe. Obviously, that's a third 6 in this over. Brilliant stuff from Mayers, who's hitting beautifully. I'm talking to Shahjeel Amok, who's the founder of T10, and the crowds were extraordinary in Zimbabwe. The noise they made, the support they gave.
Yes, absolutely. Because I think it's following cricket comes natural to them, and the brand of cricket that we play, and the entertainment we gave them. It's not just cricket, right? We had the pop singers playing, we had the performers performing to the local beats, local music. So I think the whole thing is a carnival. The crowd responded to that very well, actually, yeah.
Now that might be out. Johnson Charles raising his arms after he took that catch, so Kyle Mayers is just actually asking him if it did. He has. Oh no, he's going nowhere. Kyle Mayers looks like he's just going to stick around here to just have a second look. A little bit of a glare there at Johnson Charles. As Alim Dar says, we're going to send that upstairs to have a closer look. So TV umpire will let us know what his thoughts are. It was quite low. There's nothing wrong with that. Foot behind the line. And just sliced from Mayers. Bouncing first, hitting the base of the bat. So it certainly wasn't jammed into the ground by Kyle Mayers. It bounced and then hit that outside bottom of the bat. Yeah, that shows that it did. Yes.
I think it's
bat hitting the ground as well. So the more the umpire has a look at this, is he thinking that the ball hit the ground as well? Oh, I thought it was maybe out, but no, not out is the call.
Yeah,
wow.
I think it's the right call, yes.
Think it was the right call? Well, I'm not going to argue with you. You're in charge.
No, it's clear. The ball did hit the ground before it went to the hands, actually.
Right, Richard Gleeson's a little bit surprised. Some of the balls are out there as well. They're all on the big screen. He's saying out. Andy Flower wants to have another look. Let's have a look and see. It's very tight. And it's almost simultaneous. I guess that's probably how we can probably call it. Last ball of the over. Now that's gone high. How far has that one gone? That's gone 6 as well. That is outstanding. What an over that is. That is huge. Magnificent work. 25 runs off that over. 4 sixes. 52 for none now, or 4.
Look at the Bangla. They have a chance to Abu Dhabi's out.
So a quick look at the Worms comparison. You can see with the 25 off that last over how it suddenly escalated dramatically. So the orange Worm from Abu Dhabi is taking off, and they've decided to take that floating power play, the batting power play, as a floater as well. Just a reminder, as also there's only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle. And just a reminder about scanning that QR code to receive T10 digital rewards, or visit cricket.snowball.money. Naveen will huck again. As we just watch the... Oh, they're going to have a bit of a mix-up now they get back. All right. We're just going to look at some of the action that last over, but I want to move on from Zim Afro T10 and just talk about the US Masters T10 in Florida. That was quite exceptional as well.
Yes, I think it's part of our global program, because we want to do the Africa, the Americas, we already in the Middle East, and also the Asias, Europe and India. That's the whole plan. So the US Masters really did well after that. Yeah.
And those players, the older players, had a ball both on and off the park. I mean, there was some seriously good cricket on the park.
Absolutely. I think pretty nostalgic as well, because you've got all the retired players or recently retired players, a lot of them, Indians and Pakistanis for that matter. And then not very often you see somebody like, Shahid Afridi bowling to Ravinder Thapa or whatever. So I think the India-Pakistan angle was very interesting there. And overall, the cricket standards were pretty good as well.
A little bit of a smack here to Banton. Oh, that's nasty. Top edge, nasty. So hopefully he's going to be okay, because the medical team was out there pretty quickly. Naveen also just down there to make sure he's okay. Thank goodness for these girls. We saw one earlier today where Asalanka got one from Shannon Gabriel right on. He's doing the right thing, taking it easy. Hope he's going to be good. No dramas. He looks a little bit perturbed at the moment. But here's the US Masters T10. was just terrific at playing at Lauderhill, just near Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a hell of an experience, and I think what is also very important is the numbers we achieved in India on the viewership, because on the Star, and we hit about almost 150 million in the first year itself, so which is substantial viewership. I mean, just for a comparison, the Abu Dhabi T10 hit 100 million plus in year 3. So both the US and the Mafro, they crossed the 100 million in the year 1 itself. So.
Wow, that's extraordinary. So it looks like he's going to retire hurt for the time being, and I think that's exactly what he should be doing, just to make sure he's going to be okay. We'll get a doctor to have a look at him as well. And just on that US Masters T10, extraordinary that it finished in a tie, and we had to have the Super Over to find the winner. Again, a look at the knock, but that was a great finish to it.
Yes, absolutely. Pretty exciting games, and some of the games like people like Patan played, you know, coming out of nowhere. I remember a game that we needed some 80 plus. Patan had nobody to play with, and he got 70 of them, or 76 of the 81 in very few balls. So I think innings like that really takes the cricket in the league to another level, basically.
So disappointing for Tom Banton that he's left. He was playing nicely. He's at let's deploy. He's in the middle now. We saw him play really nicely. The best of 47 not out was earlier in this tournament. He's a fine striker with the ball, and someone who can pick up this baton and run with it at this stage. We've got 52 for none at the moment. And future, with the immediate future, what is the next plans? I know you're always thinking about, you've talked about other regions.
Yeah, I think in terms of going global, I think going back a little bit and how it really actually started, where the concept of the 90 minutes cricket is something which I've got Adnan here, my son, the originator of the idea. So Adnan, maybe you can explain a little bit how the 90 minutes actually came up.
Yes, please explain.
Hi, hello everyone. Well, basically we were watching World Cup football at that time, and we just thought about it, and at the same time cricket was going on too. So I just thought about it, why don't we make cricket a 90-minute game? And that's where it basically came about, and we calculated 90 minutes turned out about 10 overs each, and that's where we got the idea, basically.
Well, it's also been great, and to both of you guys, it's also been great to hear the comments from quite a few of the guys. Jason Holder was certainly the latest I saw. Faftu Putsi was saying that this is here to stay, and they're having such a ball, but it's completely different to the format, which is double the T20 format, and you've got to adapt and be ready all the time. You've got to play with a clear mind, but they're all talking about this is here to stay, and it's just so much fun to be involved with.
Yeah, I feel also a T20 game has become faster because of T10. Now in 10 overs about 120, 130 scores being done, and it's also being chased. So that way overall T20 as well, higher, you can see higher scores in both the innings.
Okay, well, terrific. Thank you, Nawab. Thank you for explaining that to us. And I've got to ask you before you go, boys, who's going to win?
It's cricket, anything can happen really, so I won't put my money on anything.
Shazil, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think for me, Abu Dhabi seems to be a clear in the lead. And it's about time because they've lost 6 in a row, so I think we can have a win today for Abu Dhabi.
But you're not committing for the big trophy, you're committing just for this game to put a smile on these guys' faces.
Oh,
yeah, quickly with the big game?
Yeah, big game. I think the top two, the American ownership teams, the Strikers and Sam Palmy, they were really playing well. And I wouldn't be surprised, one of them take it, actually.
Okay, terrific. Lovely to spend some time with you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for popping in. And
thank you. It's a pleasure.
Shazil, keep going strong. Thank you.
Thank you.
What you're doing for the game is outstanding, Shazil. Thank you. And a boundary. 5 overs gone. 61 for no loss.
...61 without loss, 5 gone, so not much more to do. They are loving it. The Tigers supporters and owners. DJ Bravo to a loose deploy. Kyle Mayers is having a night out. Finally, 38 from 14 at the moment. And few and far between have good performances or decent performances at all from Team Abu Dhabi, and maybe they're saving their best for last. Danny Morrison in alongside now, and they're cruising along, Danny.
Yes, where have you been, Kyle Mayers? On holidays. Striking, look at that, 4 wonderful sixes, and striking it so clean as a lot of us have seen over the years in the Caribbean. And yeah, just wondering where it's been. Interesting to catch up there and see Mark Boucher talking to Aaron Holland into the innings, and saying, yeah, it's a shame. Too many guys out of form, which has been a bit annoying. I think as a collective. And yeah, everyone just a little bit out of sorts and not quite clicking enough. And now, wow. Yeah, Kyle Mayers doing the job at the moment.
Well, concussion replacement has been confirmed as well. So Tom Banton, hopefully everything okay with him, but precautionary measures. Tom Banton out of the contest, and he's been replaced as a concussion replacement by Alex Hales.
Not bad pedigree, but yeah, he's been out of sorts too. Unfortunately for Team Abu Dhabi, Alex Hales has not clicked either.
Speaking of not clicking, I mean, the Delhi Bulls were on fire at the start of the tournament, and this would be 4 in a row if they lose tonight. 4 losses in a row, and they looked like they were one of the teams of the tournament early on. Things have not gone well for them. It just shows you how quickly it can change and turn. Fortunes of this Abu Dhabi T10 powered by Sat Sport News.
Yes. A lot of support have the Delhi franchise with Terry. I know, a bit naughty, but he's been terrible of late. That's all. Had to get it in. I'm so sorry. We're not really. Tigers are loving it, aren't they, up there in the stand? That's what I love about this, the entertainment. And the franchises, the owners stay and watch this.
He's almost in Vizzy now, isn't he?
Yes, he is. You can't see much of him. Hiding.
Let's come off the boot. Well, the Morrisville Sump Army, I think it might be, is it Mo's last game as well? Into the playoffs tomorrow. It's the Strikers and the Sump Army. 1 and 2 on the table, 2 qualified. Of course, that 1-2 spot is the one you want, because you get another life as you move forward to the playoffs tomorrow. But warm under there, Terry. Carved away, offside, 1 bounce, 4 more for Mayers.
Now loving it in that box. The Tigers owners. Wonderful free flowing, and it's keep saying this in the Caribbean Premier League and some other internationals in the past in the Caribbean. Kyle Mayers has shown this sort of form. So striking it at well, let's call it 253, 4 and 4 of each.
Goes full and still pinch 1. End of the 6th over. It's 69 without loss. confirmation of what this is all about. Bangla Tigers sitting in that 4th spot at the moment. The Delhi Bulls, well, they needed to win this one, but Team Abu Dhabi looked like taking it away from them. And that'll help even more, will it or not? It's over the head of Rovman Powell for 6 more.
Kyle, 50 off 19. Wow. 5 sixes and 4 fours. A man in a hurry, man on a mission, who I dare say would love to come back next year. And you think about owners, people wanting to have this sort of talent in their T10 franchise. Kyle Mears showing what he's about.
That's the first 50 for Team Abu Dhabi this season. Just shows you how that batting has been, how poor it's been. And for the Bulls, that is a record they don't want to be part of. Could become the first team in Abu Dhabi T10 history to win their first 3 matches and fail to qualify for the playoffs.
Yeah, cool game. And tournament play, it can be like that. It's keep saying it, fast and furious. And it comes thick and fast, and then all of a sudden you're out of here.
Gone straight past Quinney down to the boundary for 4 byes.
Oh man, is it cruel. It goes from bad to worse. And he had a great night the other night, the QDK. Quinton de Kock with the gloves on. He's just got a little bounce on the half volley, and uh-oh. No, Quinney, no. Dig a hole and hide.
Just 18 required now, and they're starting to smile a little more. Oh, wow. Just shaving that leg stump. As Loves Deploy walked across towards off. The reason the Tigers fans and family and owners are smiling is that they're expecting a Q beside their name if Team Abu Dhabi get the job done here over the Bulls. Top 2 won't change. They will stay in those positions no matter what happens in the following game tonight. In the air, should be taken, is taken. Bravo takes the catch, and finally Fazalak Faruqi picks one up.
Yes, it's one of the left-handers. It's the wrong one. This is Deploy. Definitely would have wanted Mears. It's all good, as ever. Fetch it. Good height, really good height this from Faruqi and DJ Bravo. With those nimble shoes on. Takes the catch. So there you go, finally. There's a wicket to Faruqi, 1 for 9 for him. Gone for 7, it's 80 for 1.
Start middle, please. Sit down. Middle and off. Correct. Cute.
Well, the task looks relatively simple from a Team Abu Dhabi point of view. Dan Mosley, and that'll be wide. Alex Hales is in. Concussion substitute in for Tom Banton. Alex Hales practicing his tennis at the minute. He was practicing his golf this morning.
Dolly said that you've had some more golf against Simon, I take it?
Played with Alex Hales and Dan Lawrence this morning. Swing and a miss to the slow ball into the 7th, 81 for 1. Well, first place, second place, that's qualifier number 1, straight through to the final for either the Strikers or the Sump Army. They have qualified 1 and 2. And then 3 plays 4, which will be the Gladiators, and we're thinking at the moment the Tigers. The loser of that goes home, and the winner plays the loser of 1v2 for the right to play in the grand final. 3 games tomorrow, and then the grand final is a standalone event on Saturday, along with a closing ceremony, a party and a concert, you name it. It'll be all happening Saturday night.
Yes, the grand finale on Saturday. Bit of music and entertainment first up, and then, yeah, let the fireworks begin. More fresh air. 2 West Indians. Yeah, and like me, I think the next game, match 28, is 1 and 2. But, will that be a possibility of the final? 2 good sides. You'd probably argue, yeah, probably the 2 best sides. And then, well, Deccan would argue that a bit, wouldn't they, the Gladiators? But, yeah. And you're saying, I wonder if Mo and Ali, he disappears after tonight's game.
Yeah, does 1 day, 1.5 days make a difference? If you've got to go tomorrow morning, why can't you go the morning after? Don't know. For Mo. Straight down the ground, 1 bounce, 4.
Yeah, rattling along. Courtesy of Kyle Mears on his own. 13 from 15. It's in that area where most like it, batting in the top order. Oh, delightful. Fetch it, please.
Straight up. Who wants it? Long off coming in. Oh, nearly parries it. Nearly parries it to extra cover. That was Rodman Powell and Richard Gleeson.
Oh, that would have been classic play. Powell coming in and just, the palming of it. A bit of luck would have been great, but no. There, it's a pop. Whoop. No, I didn't go far enough for Gleeson. Seen that happen, though. The cricket field a few times. That pops up and then his mate takes it, but not tonight.
In the end, it was just the 1. 12 required from 14. Left-handed Dan Mousley now on strike. Holden, beautiful, off-pace, slower ball. Deceived completely.
The old Bravo sucker ball. Done the job. But, I dare say Dan Mousley would not have faced much of the DJ at all. And they would have seen a lot of it on the tube. He's gone so far across and deceived by the slowness and then the dip at the end. And the DJ just letting Mousley know what it's all about. So he goes very cheaply. In fact, no troubling of the scorers. So he's gone for a duck, and it's 86 for 2 now.
It's a lot of matches in the Abu Dhabi T10 for Colin Ingram. Bravo's got 1 ball to go. Oh, he tries it again, and Ingram just dabs it down on the offside. 8 gone, 86 for 2. Twelve required, 12 balls to go. And it was Kyle Mayers. It was particularly severe on Richard Gleeson in his first over. Went for 25. And Gleeson now back to bowl his second and last. Can he exact a little bit of revenge maybe? Pick up a wicket, first or second ball. Put Team Abu Dhabi under some pressure. Funnier things have happened, Danny.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Just a ball hit up in the air, or Gleeson bowls a gem here, knocks the poles over or something, and then you've got 2 new batters out there.
Going short, I would imagine. Yeah, he does, and goes out towards the offside. Great bit of fielding, but quick enough in the end, Ingram.
Just the throw.
Of course, Alubond A2, world's largest manufacturer of aluminium composite panels. Great to have them as one of the sponsors here with us for the whole journey. Alubond A2. Right, 10 from 11. Going short again here, Gleeson. He is swinging a miss.
Yeah, a lot of that poise into the surface. Sometimes pace off, pace on. Yeah, classic. Very, very slow off spinner from DJ Bravo from around the wickets. It's been Knowsley's undoing. Just needed something like that a bit earlier, and certainly need to try and stop Kyle Mayers, perhaps about 30 runs ago.
Pulled out towards that man at deep mid-wicket. Should be a couple. It is.
Ticking them off nicely, a team in yellow. Out into single figures, and Mears as well. He's made this look ridiculously easy. Striking at 222.22. 60 off 27, and not done yet.
Oh yeah, it's good from Gleeson. Dot ball, they're important still. I've seen this happen. I've seen situations like this where sides who don't know how to win just failed to get across the line.
Shades of red ball and white clothing. Terrorising with the bouncer.
Some glove on that, but it'll just be 1. 7 from 7.
Yeah, just chipping away at 1 run a ball. But now Ingram, see if he can pull out some magic and make it comfortable for Team Abu Dhabi in the last over.
Probably want to leave Kyle Mayers on strike, so Ingram's, I'd say he's got a bit of a free license here. Try and win the game. Find a boundary and get the job done. Oh, just one. He'll keep strike, Will Ingram. 6 required off the last, 92 for 2.
Z.
92 for 2, just 6 required now, and remembering that the Bulls, after hitting the first ball of the last over for 6, only got 1 off the next 5. They'll be ruining that right now. They'd love another 6 or 7 runs on the board here.
Yeah, it was a tremendous effort there from the skipper, Dwayne Pretorius. Disappeared with the first one and came back. Tommy Banton, I hope he's all right. Yeah, he looks all right, but the right thing coming off. Just never sure, too, with a clunk like that. It's a difficult thing. I wonder if he'll even go off at a hospital and have a look, just to be absolutely certain. You get a really flush clunk like that. There really are concerns around the head area, so he may have to go off to hospital and just have a little scan. Last one of the contest.
Well, 1 hit away, and Wasim Akram. Oh, wow. Pressure. The zebra's a bit tense now.
Man from Zimbabwe. Yeah, this will be good. This will be great now. If Ingram got out. Ingram got out now, and all of a sudden, 2 dots a wicket, and then a new man has to come in. Ha!
Now we've got a conference. Get on with it!
We've got another game to go, haven't we? Sake, we've got match 28. It happens a lot with DJ Bravo and a team, doesn't it? Or Kyron Pollard, we love giving them stick. Well, we have to, because it's what happens. Game gets slowed down, and a lot of conferences and chat, and the game's just completely stopped now.
Umpires need to take control here. This shouldn't be allowed to happen. Right, second ball, still 6 required. Man out there on the fence, so that'll just be the one. A slightly misfield, a little juggle. A costly little fumble as well, that was.
Johnson Charles. Man in the deep. Boundary rider in the hot zone. Left-hander out at point. Nice little run in. Oh, yeah. And as soon as there was that little blemish, they were always going to come back.
Hey!
More chat, more conference, more delay, discussion. Bravo's taken over the captaincy. No run there. Bowler's in. Don't shy. Throw it to the bowler. Oh, they're losing their heads here at the moment. That was just a simple one. Throw it back to the bowler. Run him out.
Yeah, and the bowler had to be mindful too of getting a pass, almost like a game of footy. Pass it back into your mate. Pick up, little flick to him. Oh no, and Wasim needed to get back smarter to start running, almost like in a relay. Change, pass the baton. The ball needed to be thrown to a running Wasim Akram to gather and then take the bails off at the bowler's end. Yeah, that's what Bravo's out. Can't do a thing about it.
3 from 3. Maz on strike. He's been good all night. Can he finish it off with one blow? Whipped it, leg side. Might be out here. Might be out. Taken just below or just above the turf. New batter will be on strike. There's life in the contest. The Tigers, where are they? Oh, they're meowing now. They're not roaring.
No, they're not. Adam Lyth has taken the catch. And we're only saying moments ago, lose a wicket, dot ball here and there. Nothing wrong with that with the front foot. Mears trying to finish it in one little flick, one little blow. Not good enough to get it over the fence. And Kyle Mayers' good innings comes to an end for 61, and it's 95 for 3.
Oh, 3 from 2. Alex Hales hasn't had a great time of it this season, but he's got an opportunity as a concussion substitute to get the job done. 3 runs required, 2 balls. The innings has stalled somewhat since Ingram's been at the crease. He's just shown no initiative. Put the pressure all on Mayers here. And now the Bulls thinking to themselves, can they sneak in the back door after not looking likely all game? 2 balls, 3 runs. Hales on strike. Wasim Akram with the ball in hand. Cuts it away. It's out towards the same man, is it? Won't come back. Won't come back. Good fielding. 2 from 1.
And we're all thinking it, aren't we? Do we say it? 2 from 1. If it's a tie, guess why? Oh, look at them in the Tigers dugout.
Well, this over's been going for 7 minutes already. We'll take another minute here. Another press conference. What do they do here? What do the fielders do? Do they sit, the boundary riders sit 10 off the boundary? The guys in the circle sit right on the circle. Do they say, if it goes to a super over, we're over the moon here. We'd never look like winning this game. If we can take it to a super over from a Bulls point of view, Danny, is that a great result?
100%. Should have never got down to this. When Kyle Mayers was there and he just got to 50, you think, well, it should be done and dusted. But this is T10. This is white ball cricket. The fastest format, and all of a sudden, there's a great opportunity to take it to a super over. They can't watch in the Tigers box.
Oh, here we are. 2 from 1. Ingram on strike. Full. It goes. Oh, it'll be 2 at least. It's a full ball onto the pads. It was the worst ball he's bowled all over. The Tigers are happy. Over the moon. Team Abu Dhabi have picked up their first win of the season. It's been to the detriment of the Bulls. They are out of the tournament. The Tigers' hopes remain alive. And Wasim Akram, oh, inconsolable. It's the worst ball he's bowled all over.
He just keeps telling you what happened. I love it. I love the theatre. He's just saying, look, I was trying to get a Yorker in. I want to bowl my best ball. And he's missed it. He's missed the Yorker. And in the end, well, they deserve to, given it was Kyle Mayers. The show for Kyle Mayers with that 61 from 30, 5 apiece, 5 4s and 5 6s, quite extraordinary. It's their only win of the season, and it's come at the cost of the Bulls, who are now going to miss out on qualification here at the T10 in 2023.
Oh, he's still thinking about it there, Wasim Akram. It was an awful delivery, really was. He bowled a beautiful over up until that point. He put pressure on, done a great job. You feel for him. And Deep Pretorius with a win finally. Took them 7 games for Team Abu Dhabi, but they got there eventually. And the Bulls, after 3 wins from 3 to start the tournament off, have crumpled in a heap. Lost their last 4 and are now heading home And the big A380 out of Abu Dhabi. .61 for Kyle Mayers off 30. Banton 15 from 13. He retired hurt, was replaced by Alex Hales as a concussion substitute. Deploy couldn't get going, neither Mousley. And Ingram not out not out 4 from 6, eventually with the most important thigh pad of the night.
Indeed, Dooley. They got up and they get off the dreaded 0 in terms of matches won. They finally get 1 out of 7. Faruqi 1 for 10. He was outstanding again. He's had a really good tournament. 1 for 14 for Wazim. What a shame for him. That final ball wasn't his Yorker he was looking for. DJ Bravo, the other successful bowler, 1 for 13 and a dozen extras. And a somewhat low-scoring encounter. Very nervy. Wash up of it all. 97 for 3 from 10. And the Bulls, they'll be ruining. They didn't get a bit more action into their innings. Won the toss, wanted to bat, wanted to post something. And in reply, 100 for 3 after 10 overs. And Team Abu Dhabi up and into it by 7 wickets.
And this is it, the winning moment. Full toss, leg stump, thigh pad only. And that was it. 2 teams very happy. The Bangla Tigers, 1 team very happy, and Team Abu Dhabi with their first win of this season. Disappointment for Wasim Akram. And for Rodman Powell as well. It looks so promising at the start of the season for them with those 3 wins. So 1 game remaining in the round robin of the Abu Dhabi T10 powered by Sat Sport News, and the 4 qualifiers already found because that 1 remaining game is the Strikers and the Sump Army up next. So the Gladiators qualify courtesy of
Here we go.
What an absolute thriller we just witnessed, team. Abu Dhabi, it really came down to the wire, that last ball, and Team Abu Dhabi coming out on top. That brings us to the post-match presentation for match number 20. Of the Abu Dhabi T10, powered by Sat Sport News, between Team Abu Dhabi and Delhi Bulls, live from the beautiful city of Abu Dhabi. On behalf of the tournament, I would like to express our gratitude for the continued support of the Department of Culture, Tourism Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi Sports Council, Abu Dhabi Cricket and Sports Hub, Emirates Cricket Board and T10 Global. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, Sat Sport News, Vimal, Rario, Alubon A2 and My Dubai. I'd now like to welcome our presentation party, Mr. Vicky Dhakan and Mr. Ruwan Dhakan. On behalf of Sat Sport News, Mr. Umair Kalsekar, the CEO of Azza Perfumes on behalf of Delhi Bulls, Mr. Amit Pasela, the head of cricket, Abu Dhabi Sports Council, on behalf of Team Abu Dhabi. We have a couple of awards to be given. First up, the Magic Moment of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams, presented by Mr. Amit Pasela, and the award goes to Dan Mousley for his dismissal of Riley Russo. Wouldn't be a T10 without some massive hits, which brings us to the Power Hit of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams, presented by Mr. Umar Kalsekar, and the award goes to Kyle Mayers. Our final award of the evening is the Player of the Match Award for 1,000 dirhams, presented by Mr. Vicky Dhakan and Mr. Ruwan Dhakan, and the award goes to Kyle Mayers. Kyle, big innings from you, 61 off 30. Talk to me a little bit about your innings today.
I think it was a good innings, you know. I struggled all through the tournament, so it was a great one in the end to bring the team to a victory.
Now, what were your thoughts coming in, knowing that this win could have repercussions on other teams?
Well, to be honest, the guys just wanted to win a game, you know. Coming into a tournament, losing the first 6 games is always tough. Kudos to the guys for staying strong in the dressing room and sticking together, and luckily we got the win tonight.
And what was your experience being a part of this tournament and the entire T10 season?
I think it's very exciting cricket, you know, very difficult too, you know. It's not called the fastest format for nothing, you know. The game moves very fast, and I thought that's where we went wrong, you know. We lost a few games early where we should have won, and then that momentum that no team want, you know, to lose some games on a run. And it was back-to-back days too, no time to recover. But nevertheless, it was a great experience, you know. Lots of skill in this tournament. Can't take it for granted.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and tough luck this tournament, but congratulations today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, if we can have the captain of Team Abu Dhabi, Dwayne Pretorius. Dwayne,
Hi.
Going out on a high, pretty much.
Yeah, glad we got over the line finally, and I'm sure the guys are also enjoying that win.
And what was something that you take back from this tournament?
Well, you know what, honestly, like, what just stands out for me from the team that we had is, like, it was still a happy change room, even though it was tough. And I think it makes it easier when you've got so many experienced guys together. And we know that, obviously, part of the game, we always go out there, try our best, but it's not always going to be our day. Unfortunately, this time around it happened. So, yeah, we just stuck to our guns and tried our best every game, and I'm glad tonight came off.
I guess it was due. It was coming at some point for sure. What were your thoughts coming in today, knowing, like I said earlier, that there's going to be repercussions in the other teams for qualification?
No, well, we didn't focus much on that, to be honest. like I said before, we played for a bit of pride today, even the last 2 or 3 games. It's a good quality group of players. I think we let ourselves down a bit, and we just wanted to show that we can actually play cricket.
Well, you absolutely can. And what would you like about this T10 format and some things that you'll take back from this?
Well, what I like and don't like at the same time is how fast and quickly it moves. There's a lot of games in a lot of days. Unfortunately, we got on the wrong side of the fixtures this year around. We had 4 games up front. Yeah. And yeah, if we won that first game, that we lost by 3 or 4 runs, it might have been different. The momentum went against us, and we just couldn't change the momentum any of the games. So that's tough, but I think if you get on a roll, that's what you want. If you're a batter like TKC at the moment and Nikki, they're in good form, they run with it, and all the games come thick and fast. So yeah, it's awesome, fast moving, 90 minutes for a game. Yeah, I really enjoy this format. It's really, really cool.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and congratulations today, going out on a high, like I said.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's all we have from the post-match presentation. Next up, we have the Morrisville Sump Army taking on the New York Strikers. But before that, take a short break and join us on the other side.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Michael, what entertainment we have just witnessed. Team Abu Dhabi kicking the Delhi Bulls out of the playoffs race, but the atmosphere and the entertainment continues here at the Zaya Cricket Stadium. We've been treated to a series of fashion shows all throughout this tournament, and we have another one on display for you all right now. This is Rosabella, dedicated to enriching colours and trends that are vibrant, elegant and effortless. Rosabella seeks to be an inspiration to women in feeling independent and beauty through enriching femininity. The Rosabella woman is intelligent and flawless and memorable. Now this collection offers timeless pieces tailored to your shape, size and individuality. The brand Rosabella chiffon is designed by Rosina Evelda McKay. And don't they all look absolutely gorgeous? Plenty of entertainment. We've just seen here, and I've got Mike Hazeman alongside me. Gut-wrenching game for the Delhi Bulls. It's insane to think that after starting the tournament so strongly, they're kicked out by Team Abu Dhabi, winning their first match of the entire competition.
Great catch. I mean, he's overbalancing a little bit, has to go the other side, and to pluck that. I mean, have a look at this shot. He's airborne, suddenly has to go almost horizontal to take that. I mean, and it's almost behind him as well. So that's an exceptional catch. And the fielding in this tournament has been outstanding. In Zimbabwe was outstanding as well. Even those older blokes in the States was outstanding in the US Masters T10. So really good stuff. Nice to see. And we're not finished yet. There's going to be more great fielding for the rest of this tournament.
Oh, absolutely. Dan Mosley there, straight into the side, making a big impact for his team. Unfortunately, we do say goodbye to Team Abu Dhabi, the local boys. And, you know, if you're Mark Boucher and you're sitting down assessing the season that you've had, what positives do you take away from what was a really difficult season for the local boys?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm talking to Abu Dhabi, talking to Dwayne Pretorius. I mean, he was saying the atmosphere was okay. You know, it wasn't as low as he thought it would be. I mean, obviously they've got to do some work, obviously in the off season, and try and maybe look at one or two other players, I guess, and try and bring them in. But yeah, I mean, this will help them this win right at the end, and they'll finish on a high. But they struggled in the batting department. That was the main thing, and it just goes to show when batsmen particularly, and the very thing about it just takes the one batsman. That's all it takes. One guy to do a job properly, and he gets a team home in T10 cricket. If someone else joins them, then they're generally home and home. So, yeah, they're down, but they'll be right. They'll be okay.
Ending on a high, the local boys, Team Abu Dhabi. But that was our second match on today's triple header. If I get you to cast your mind back to game one today, well, it was the Sri Lankan Dasun Shanaka who was a player of the match performance. 34 off just 15 balls today, and in what was a 126 they managed to put on, it was a sizable contribution and well played for the middle order, Hazy.
Yeah, I like the way Shanaka's played his cricket for a while. I mean, he had aspirations to do really well in all levels for Sri Lanka, and that hasn't quite worked out as well as he would have liked, but he's one of those guys who's highly rated in the franchise system and someone that does a good job, and he takes great pride in his own performances. He's a good guy to have in the change room, and I was delighted to see him play nicely because he came in at a bit of an awkward spot, and he had to make sure he followed all the way through as far as he could go. So it was good work from Shanaka.
And he partnered with his friend Kushal Mendes, his fellow countryman, to get the job done for Bangla. And, you know, lo and behold, here they are scraping into that final playoffs position. But another wonderful performance has been the UAE boys. They continue to stand up time after time, and Hyder Ali, with his impressive 2-wicket taken in one of his overs, was a really pivotal moment for the Tigers.
Yeah, did a good job. Nice and tidy. He's certainly enthusiastic, that's for sure. When he gets a wicket, he likes to celebrate. and why not? I mean, it's great to see the excitement of these guys. Look at them go. That was Dominic Drake's actually just trying to get a little bit of extra stretch out of him. And I think he got a little bit at the end, but he did get the hand, so that's fine. But yeah, no, good on him, good work, and it's great to see the local boys do so well in this tournament.
And what confidence taking that into the playoffs tomorrow. It was a big congratulations to the Bangla Tigers, but the players are warming up behind us. There's a third and final match to go today, and it's a dress rehearsal for qualifier 1 tomorrow. It's the New York Strikers taking on the Stump Army, and you kind of got to lick your lips and wonder about what we're going to experience with this one, Hazy, because they are the 2 best sides in the tournament, and they get a chance to kind of air out all their cobwebs before it means everything tomorrow.
Kyron Pollard said at the toss that they're going to be using a couple of players, that they're changing a little bit just to give a couple of guys a bit of a rest so they're fresh for tomorrow. And of course the other thing for Stump Army is it's Moeen Ali's last game, so Faf Duplessis takes over the captaincy as of tomorrow, and he'll want to finish on a high. He's off to play in the Caribbean, of course, so he'll want to finish on a high. So there's a couple of changes, and they're quite big changes, and the other guys rested, and someone gets an opportunity as well for the Strikers. So they've been terrific teams. They've been really good in dot ball percentages and economy rates, particularly the Strikers of the ball and the Stump Army boys when they've been batting. It's really good. So it's a couple of good teams that deserve to be 1 and 2. And again, that qualifier 1 tomorrow is going to be really special to watch.
So what a perfect way to air out any cobwebs and get themselves ready for the big dance tomorrow. Of course, those all-important playoffs. That game is coming up right after this very short break. So do enjoy live action coming up from the Stump Army taking on the New York Strikers right after this.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Abu Dhabi T10 powered by Sat Sport News. Match number 28, the final match of the round-robin phase of this wonderful tournament before we get into the playoffs tomorrow. These are the 2 sides that will line up, and plenty of changes for you here as well. Rizwan's in, Kruspula is in, George Scrimshaw is in for the Strikers. Devalt Brevis gets an opportunity. Basteleda. Who else? Monank Patel is back. Jake Lintott gets a chance tonight as well. So there's plenty of changes in these sides as they prepare for tomorrow's encounter of a 1v2. Both of these sides have already qualified first and second, so no issues with that. Just a reminder of why they can make all those changes as they head into tomorrow. They are 1-2. Played 6-1-5. Remember that the Sump Army lost their first game of the tournament, and they have been unbeaten since. So they've gone 5 from 5 to qualify so far in second spot, but one plays two anyway, so the result of tonight's match does not really matter, apart from maybe bragging rights for qualifier number 1 tomorrow. And the winner of that goes straight through to the final, so they get a free run straight through to the final. The loser of that qualifier 1 awaits the winner of the eliminator, which is now the Gladiators and the Tigers. So they'll have to win 3 games to win the final, either the Gladiators or the Tigers. We'll find out more about that tomorrow. Jake Lintott there, Buster Lader in the background alongside Moeen Ali. Howie Bota and Ranmo Martinez, the 2 umpires. They're out in the middle already. Aline Dar is our 3rd umpire. He's overseeing the television duties for tonight's encounter. Niroshan Dikwela. He's on his way out to the centre. Average of just 10, not good enough. Strike rate 173, okay. 40 runs, need more from an international player like Niroshan Dikwela. First baller he got last match, looking to sweep one, and was dismissed, and has made it the other end. Well, that is a terrific record. Average just a tick under 27 and a strike rate not much under 200 for Ramanullah Gurbaz. Afghanistan wicketkeeper batter and Buster Lader. 2 matches, 3 wickets, and an economy of 9 for the Dutch international. His father, Tim De Lader, played a lot for the Netherlands as well, so it's in the genes, so to speak. Set to go. Gurbaz on strike, Buster Lader with the ball. Oh, straight up, and a caught and bowled. Nice start, Bus. And they have got one straight away, and Gurbaz is wringing his finger out. You can wring it out all you like, but you might as well go off and grab some ice, Chief.
Yeah, he's going to need to. He's going to need to shove it in a big bucket of ice. Uncomfortable, but he's going to have to go, and we've seen it a little bit in the last couple of days. Batters getting out very first ball of the innings. That's all clean. And Buster Lader has banged this first one in on the length. Oh yeah, it's zipped off, isn't it? It's bounced a bit more than certainly Gurbaz would have thought. That's a beauty, and that is no wonder it's smarting for Ramanullah Gurbaz, given that he's also a keeper. Well, that's annoying, really is. Out for Golden Duck, none for 1.
Out of the hand. Was that cross seam? He's a bit...
Center, yeah. 1. Thank you.
Well, an early blow for the strikers in more ways than one. Gurbaz is wringing out his finger. It didn't look too good. And Mohamed Wasim. Oh, 2! Oh, no! Should have been 2 and 2 for Buster Lader, and Monank Patel, who had such a brilliant day just a few days ago with 4 catches, has put one down, Danny.
Yeah, he had 6 dismissals, didn't he? Oh, it's a seed and a half. He got there and everything. Would have been very reminiscent of the other night. Very first 2 balls taking wickets. Oh, he's going to have nightmares about that, as Monank. Baz can laugh about it. He's already got one. Oh, hello. Just like that. Mohamed Wasim says, listen, I'll join the party and show you how it's done.
Wow. Drop and then go back. He's stuck with cross seam here, Bustelator. I think all the first 3 deliveries have been cross seam. The first one bounced a bit more. Next one took off, picked up the outside edge. Should have had 2 from 2. Now got 1 for 4.
Running. A bit of bounce, bit of carry. And, I like. Yeah, I'm just wondering, Dooley, from the. Oh, it's going to be wide, but from the quick bowling fraternity, he hadn't played for a while, right? Bastilleter hasn't played. And so I don't mind this, given it's a night game, and you think, I also want to get my lines right. I'm not trying to swing it. I want to bowl good line and length. I want to be aggressive, and he is. And look at this, caught and bowled. Very first ball of the innings. And I just think, yeah, it's not a bad ploy, given that surface at night, we know the third match, just does a bit. Hello? Oh, Mo Ali won't get any easier. Mo Ali takes the catch. We've had 2 in the first over again tonight.
Well, Mohamed Wasim gone. Hits a 4 and then out. And Bustelator into the side has gone bang bang in the first over. Get your foot down, no problem at all there. Splices him with a little bit of bounce again. No room to free those big arms. Comfortable for Moeen Ali. They've got a double strike in over number 1. Mohamed Wasim is on his way, just the 4 to his name, and it is 5 for 2.
Well, Asif Ali, he's got a very good strike rate. Indeed, best of 30. He needs a better score than that, given that he bats in the top. Bats any time around 3, 4 and 5. Still haven't had the first over done, it seems. An age ago we started. Peach. Yeah, lovely channel this. Chapter 1, verse 1, line and length.
And again, no interest in swinging the ball. It's just that little 3/4 cross seam. The odd one will bounce. The odd one might skid through a bit. Terrific start. Asking some questions early here.
Yeah, wholehearted, isn't he? He's had a wonderful time of it in the last 12 months, Bastilleter. Oh, he just got a little too straight here at Delater. Very good over, though, when you think about it. First one done, 6 for 2. Yes, the strikers and the sump army, they're right here, right now playing. It's going to be our first qualifier. So the winner of that goes straight into the final. Yeah, that's why you do. You want to finish 1 and 2. So Gubaz with his finger in ice, no surprises there. Oh, it's not far away from Mohamed Afan, who was bowling the second over of this power play.
Well, that's the finger that's the concern. And just have a look, that 3/4 type delivery. Have a look at the release here. So he's just saying, if I hit the strings, it'll bounce a bit more and cause some problems, which it did. If I hit the side of the ball, it'll skid on. He had no interest. All over was just that 3/4 bowling. Brilliant from the Dutchman.
You see it a bit, don't you, in the modern era of white ball, T20, T10. Oh, look at that curve. Good swing. Yes, no indication at all of wanting to try and swing it. Just bowl these cutters, the as you say, Dooley, the three-quarter seam, and just break the wrist subtly. Yeah, Tim Southey bowls a lot of these, doesn't he?
Yeah, wobble seam, three-quarter seam, call it what you like. The English call it more the wobble seam delivery that just don't know. Sometimes it pitches and does funny things. Sometimes it just skids on the surface. Aerial and gets away with it. Yeah, so all you're saying is no matter what it does, I'm not sure what it's going to do, but as long as I get the line and the length right, it will do something. And this one's just nipped back a touch, cramped him for room, bounced. Difficult to play at good pace as well.
He's hit, unlucky on the glove because it's a great replay. This it's the bounce. It's the bounce that does him, and of course the jag back in from outside off. But the annoying thing is that he's your keeping specialist, isn't he, Gubaz? He's your #1 keeper, so he's off with the digits are an ice, and he's going to have to try and get that right. Just looking down through that line of them, I'm just thinking if they've got another keeper in that playing 11 years. Look, who could do that? The glow. Oh, Mark Dale. I'm looking in there for the strikers. And Dick Weller, of course. There we go. Bring it up. Yes. So they covered.
Yeah, they've got enough cover, but it's been his runs as well at the top of the order that have been crucial for them. And he's had plenty of blows on the fingers over the years standing behind the stumps, I'm sure. It's been good from Irfan as well. Tidy start.
Well, you think Delayed has got to have another one. Oh, another night that carries. Wow. Ends the second, and the strikers are 12 for 2 now.
least 3 men, and that's what it'll be.
Yeah, again, crisp and clean. This time Asif with a nice bit of timing. Yes, Asif Ali. What can he do tonight? He's due to get along. A couple of nice strikes here and there, but haven't quite kicked on. Oh, a little flirt. What's going on there? Is it? Is it? Hello? Looking at square? Do you want to check this, chaps? Come upstairs. Yes? Ranmore's going to, is he?
Yeah, front foot okay. No problem there, but I think this one might be the issue. Oh, way too high. Way too high there. Well, he'll get a free hit. Well, Asif Ali to get a little bit of movement into his innings.
Yeah, 23 not out the other night. 13 balls. Yeah, he hit 1, 4 and a 6. So he had some time in the middle. That's the important thing. Doesn't matter. I'll get 1 for it off the freebie. Small side of the ground there. Be disappointed with that. We're on pitch number 4. And yeah, that was a good little zone for him to go big. Yeah, shame for Mo Ali, that is, the skipper of the sump. He's off to international duty, off to the Caribbean to play for England in the some white ball T20s. Well bowled. Change of pace and line. Just the leg by.
Yeah, they bounced back yesterday, didn't they, England, after getting beaten in game number 1 down in the Caribbean by the West Indies. Bounced back with a victory yesterday in the second ODI.
Yes. Yes, everyone likes to beat England, don't they? Has it invented this wonderful game? Oh, lucky it was a miss set. Like he clocked that. 3 done, 23 for 2, the strikers. Yeah, both lost their first matches, these two. They've gone on those nice little winning streaks. Look at it. Wow, strikers. Very impressive. The old mate Lintotti. Yes, here he is. With a spin. He's a character. School teacher, Jake Lintott. They've taken the Y off the graphic there. Yeah, be mindful of this fellow. Again, those unique spinners that are a bit different. Oh, good to see him getting an opportunity. Time for Dequella. Okay. Careful, careful here. Drag those on, you're slightly off, and again, good pace, different through the air. Just a bit slower. Up and over. It's a handsome looking stroke. And there's a bit of room out there. The biggest side of the ground tonight.
Yeah, you can see what Lintot's trying to do there as well with the left-handers on strike. Francois Duplessis will take over the captaincy from Moeen Ali. Having a rest.
Oh, up and away. Hey. Yeah, enough of it. Again, good for the lefties on that side of the square. Sixer.
Thought he was in the game for a little while at deep mid-wicket, but not to be.
No, Jake. Not into there. In that arc. I keep saying this. It's the small side of the ground for the left-handers there. Too easy. A bit more flight. I like it.
Yeah, that's a better line as well. You make him drag it. If he wants to go short side, Dick Weller, make him drag it from a long way outside off stump.
Yeah, 100%. It's such a bigger side, the left side over the offside. Cover, point. He wants to go onside. And he's come second. Yeah, you're right, Dooley, spot on. Make him drag, make him fetch it from outside off. It's done the trick.
Ibrahim Zadran, he had a half an opportunity earlier in the over, but it sailed over his head. And this time, gets it spot on, does Lintott. Wide of off stump. Make him drag it all the way. Even though it's a small boundary, it was still too tempting for Dick Weller. Didn't get enough of it, though. And Lintott picks one up. Last ball of his first over. 32 for 3 as Dick Weller goes for 18.
West Indian Mark Dale, he just slipped down to number 5 this evening. He's at the top of the order of the other innings. So he's come out and they've kept the left-handedness happening. It's a flexibility in your lineup. Well, you certainly have to be in the fastest format. Case Ahmed, very good numbers these. Wickets and his economy, very good. His first one tonight. Starts with a little one that grips this drier pitch, and us see having a little look at the pitch. But understandably, he had to fetch it and came second. Yes, the old Totmeister. Oh, there's the other one, just straight on. Little toppy, slidey. The Hinton movement maybe back in. Just a little. from Sri Lanka, Ranmon Martinez. Very experienced and not so experienced. Khawi Bota. This, well, the new father. Yes, I think that was Shinwari. He's our 4th official. Oh, that's turned appreciably. Will be signalled wide, but yeah, good purchase.
Just drying out a little bit, isn't it? I mean, all that beautiful, hot, dry weather we have here in the desert. Oh, wow, straight on. Has that picked up a little edge or not? Put down by Monank behind. I don't know whether there was anything on it or not, Danny.
Some little peepers. Beautiful. Just slides on, doesn't it? No, not quite. Beauty though, isn't it? Great line. Lovely flight and everything about it. No, no, Mark Dale. What are you doing? Key juncture of the game, and now you've made your team, the Strikers, 4 down for 35.
Another Dale, another dismissal. He just hasn't got it right, has he, this tournament at all? Good from Case, though. Now out in front on his own again with 11 wickets in the tournament. Good competitor. Mark Dale goes without scoring yet again, 35 for 4.
Dean Smith, he's in at 6 tonight. Power hitter. Hasn't played a lot of the T10. Good strike rate. Oh, there it is! Yep, straight away we were calling for a toppy or a wrong un from up here. Oh yes, what a good delivery. What a good delivery. We're on a hat-trick here in Abu Dhabi, says Case Ahmed.
That was the leg spinner, and it's just trapped him absolutely plumb in front. Oh, Dean. Oh, dear. Case has got 12. That's a dozen. That's a full case.
Let's get on it, says Dean Smith. Golden Duck. It's 35 for 5.
I'm going to call him Chunders. Can I call him that? Chunders. Chunders. Why not? Chunders Rizwan.
I'm not allowed to have fun. It's Mr. C. Rizwan who's come out the bat at number 7.
Chandan Kapoil.
It's the one.
Chandan Kapoil Rizwan. CP Rizwan.
Otherwise known as Chunders. Stop it. Well, there's the first one. Crazy. And then, yeah, if you go back, so many West Indians do. They've always had issues against right arm leggies. There's another overdone. We've had 5. 36 for 5. Yes, 12 wickets to his name. Very good indeed, Case Ahmed. Top of the tree. Salman Ashad is not far behind him, and of course he's playing for the Sump Army. Salman. Lintott. So it's the Spin Twins wreaking a bit of havoc at the moment. Hello, Michael Hazeman.
Spaniel, just in time for a snowball, I think. Yeah, scan the QR code, receive T10 digital rewards, or visit cricket.snowball.money. Gets the dive in. Oh, almost knocked it past. Almost. In the end, the result was okay.
The old county clap. Splendid. Get down. Oh dear. Ouch.
Devot Pretorius may not have got there. Devot Brevis, I should say. A little bit of connection with the keeper, coming back for the second.
A little uncomfortable. Is Monak Patel. What's happened here? Let's have a look. The ball just clipped him. Yeah, just the ball. Nothing major.
Yeah, it's just connection with the willow. Ball onto his body, just skimming him, basically.
Mike, I hope he's all right, because he'll have to take a can of Harden up. What's going on there?
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. West.
Could do with a few runs today. Asif Ali hasn't caught fire yet. He needs to get ready for the big game tomorrow. Oh, he's cracked that. That's what he normally does. He's a six-hitter if he hits it far enough. Oh, a little collision as well. Devot Brevis and Case Ahmed just having a little slight collision.
Well, I know who comes second there. Brevis, a fairly solid fellow. About 6'1". That's all good. All legitimate from Lintott. Switch just goes up for a long time, and then just at the end there, Case says, hey, listen, I like a game of tackle, not touch.
What was Case doing? Going to fetch the ball. He's back to the play at the end. Right, Asif Ali goes for 9, 42 for 6. Six down now. Run rate, it's under 7.5. Jamaica Karunaratne has been introduced. Gabaz has been substituted, and Karunaratne is the impact player. He's got a couple now. Lintott.
What was Case doing here? It's gone a long way up, isn't it? Bargle. Oh no. Got lucky that it was someone like Brevis, who is a very good fielder.
Yes, go on.
Oh, easy single there in the end. Yeah! Oh, the hesitation deluxe has probably cost a wicket now. Gee, they were going nowhere. Yeah, he said he fielded it, but he's off. Short, sharp and shiny with no impact.
And bye-bye. Hardly in the frame. Karunaratne, yes, what's going on? O-U-T Yep, there it is. 7th one down. Oh dear. Karunaratne for just the one. 43 for 7.
Seven down now. Cruispuller it is. Right-hander. Opens the batting in the Sri Lanka Premier League. There's Cruispuller. Deleda now to continue to start over number 7. Digs that out. Just the single. Real mess up with that running between the wickets. I think Rizwan's got a reasonable point here because he hit it into the covers and it was misfielded and knocked on by some distance. And suddenly, Karunaratne decided to run. 86, pause. His partner, 29, and run out by a long way. 44 for 7. You could say don't run on a misfield, but maybe not in T10. Wouldn't find enough away. Cries of catch it. Is that another one? Is this number 8? Oh yeah, that's number 8. Sure is. My goodness, this is extraordinary.
Cruispuller, he's only just got there. That's all right. Baz Deleda, he's come back, got his 3rd one, having a ball this evening. Brought him to the side. Tell you what, it'd be hard to leave out now. Baz Deleda. So, end of Cruispuller for a duck. 44 for 8.
Skipper was letting other guys do the job today, but they haven't done that, so he's it out there. A little extra bounce, that eases down towards that 3rd boundary. Pollard just trots back for the 2nd. Yeah, Deleda has now got 3 for 9. Extraordinary stuff. That's the latest. Hamid took that catch comfortably. And Deleda will be really pleased with the impact that he's had. 3 balls into his 2nd over. Numbers are extraordinary.
Wow. It shows you when you change your team up. You'll get back easy here, Pollard. Lots of speed still in those old legs. Yeah, when you change your team up, and you've got to rest players. He said that to you at the toss, didn't he? He said, look, just got to give these old limbs a bit of a rest. And you change your side dramatically, then this can happen.
He did refer to himself as well when he said that. Didn't expect to have a bat. Deleda's done a terrific job.
Nicely back. Finish well here, buddy. Finish well here, buddy.
Gee, they'd dearly love to clean up these next 2 wickets. quickly, Sampami, and just make a bit of a statement before qualifier number 1, which is the first game tomorrow. White called.
You've been very keen to get into the pitch, Baz de Leede. A lot of these three-quarter grips, cross-seamers, decided to, under lights, go with this sort of strategy.
Stay at 7 off the over, but a wicket as well. 50 for 8. As a look at the playoffs tree, the road to the final. The Strikers and Morrisville Sampami, the first game tomorrow. Then the eliminator down the bottom there, Gladiators versus the Bunga Tigers. Now, the winner of that goes through, and the loser of the qualifier number 1 plays against the winner of eliminator. So there's going to be 2 games. Whoever wins that eliminator between Gladiators and the Tigers straight away play the next game as well. So that's back-to-back for them, the winner. So the hard road, and then, of course, if they then get successful, they play against the winner through to the final, the winner of the first game through to the final. Straight through. It's a big bonus. 1 or 2. 2 bites of the cherry if you happen to lose. If you win, you go straight through to the final the following day on the Saturday.
It's busy, isn't it? To get into this business end, and again, what Kyron Pollard was on about is a very quick turnaround. You've got this last game, had to be the 3rd game, and these 2 are qualified, so then you've got to play tomorrow, and you do that properly, man, you're into the finale on the Super Saturday.
It's bowled nicely, Case Ahmed today. 2 for 4 his return at this stage, 2 for 5 now with that single. And importantly, getting some good turn, good rip out of the surface. The tracks have been used a bit. That greenish grass we had at the start it's clearly just turned a bit brown because of the use, but the square's been outstanding. It really has. Nice and fine. Running away, 4 runs.
Yeah, Case Ahmed turns in disgust. He's back to his bowling mark. He knew he got that line wrong. He's still got 2 for 9. He's only got half an over left. 3 balls in his quota of a dozen. Yeah, just came out of the front of the hand just a little bit differently, a little bit wrong.
Off 7 now for Rizwan. He's got to try and pick up boundaries and get there at the end. That's got to be the key. Be at the end of the innings still alive, getting boundaries, be in that position where they can score boundaries, these 2 guys. Not leave it up to the next guys. You're in possession. See how far you can push this total. Strikers?
Well, 100% with Pollard himself having to come out and bat late. Rizwan's there on a dozen. He's only at 1-4, but busy in terms of rotation. Time for the skipper to show his wares.
Slight little pause while they're just waiting for Case Ahmed. I think he was there, just sort of, right, let's go, he said, Case, and so did Pollard, so away they go. 6 off the over so far. 1 more. Not getting any 4 balls from him.
Yeah, he was furious, wasn't he, with himself. 3rd ball of this over. Just got that a little wrong, that delivery. Got picked up with Rizzy.
Last ball we spell. 2 for 11 at the moment. Wants to finish well. In the air. One bounce. And a direct hit from Dearvault. 8 off the over. 58 for 8. They were doing okay in this, except for the 2 wickets in the first over. Then was a little bit steady in the second. They were going on 3, then lost a wicket in the big over before, then 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. That sort of clamped any big overs. And it's been a bit of a limp since then. 7.25, that's all they're going at. And now the floating batting power play for 1 over. Salman Ishard has been terrific. Best of 3 for 12. And the work that he's done so far has been just brilliant throughout this tournament. He's going to have only 1 over today. That's hit over the top of that inner circle, and that's going to go for 4. Nicely played. Intentions were clear.
Yes, and in terms of Moeen Ali, he's gone with more of the spinners tonight. In terms of guys that are going to take pace off a little bit. Even Junnett spotted some little cutters. The late has been into the surface. This one's into the surface here from Salman Ishard, and it's proved costly.
Over the top, no, out. Well, he just gets the ball in his hand, Salman Ishard, and he picks up wickets. Another one.
Yeah, I think he's, what's he gone to 11 wickets now? And you can't blame Rizwan have a go at that, really can't, because there's the power play, the floating one after all, and needed to try and make hay. Intention was right, just a little bit of the timing off. Execution, not quite there. Not a bad little hand though. And Rizwan goes for 17. 62 for 9.
Center. Come out. Done. Thank you.
2 balls into the 9th over. That one just slides past the outside edge.
Yeah, lovely little posse for him down that channel. Ali Khan's out in the middle, the end of Rizwan. Yeah, he wanted to go back over the bowler's head, but no timing, and back to the pavilion.
Just the 1 wicket left now. That's what they got to do. Morrisville Sampami. Quick single, shy the stumps, would have been out.
So to sneak back and certainly get the strike back. That was key. A little bit of hesitation, but Pollard giving up the ghost. Well and truly gone with the direct hit. But he does have the strike back now. 2 left in the 9th, which is the mandatory floating one. A run out. It's time to get going. No Faf du Plessis tonight.
He'll be there tomorrow as captain. Looking for that Yorker to sneak under the bats. No run.
Well, he's missed out there. Yeah, he looks a little bit rueful. It really was. He's trying the York, and he's so good at it, Salman, but he missed it badly, and he could only find the fielder there, KP.
O'Malley off to the Caribbean. Play for England in the white ball games. And Faf du Plessis, of course, sitting on the sidelines today, but he'll be taking over the reins. Gets that away for a single and also retains the strike. So 9 gone, 64 for 9. Led a brilliant 2 overs, 3 for 13. Outstanding work from him, leading the attack. Couple to Lintott as well, and Qais Ahmed continues to pick up sticks, 2 for 12. 5 dot balls included in that spell as well. Shazi Olmok. Oh, he's just checking on the T10 digital rewards.
Or the birthday party tonight. It's Rajiv Khanna. He's got a little party, I believe, tonight, a little soiree post this match. Michael, you're invited.
Pollard, slower bouncer.
Nine down, and yeah, they lost. That's the crazy thing. Lost 6 for 12. Third wicket fell at 32, and you look at the 8th one, it fell at 44. It's been the story. They've lost 6 for 12 at one stage.
So a bouncer again, hammered that straight to the fielder. Just a quick look at side on from Kieron Pollard. Last ball, the last over. Not too far away from those stumps. Any slippage at all? Great shot from the stump cam of those size 15s.
Yes, very good work. Stop it.
Might be a catch this time, is it? No, over the top. 6 runs. Bottom of the bats. Hammered by the skipper for 6.
Trying to go Yorker. Got to be brave enough against Pollard in this situation. You've got a really, well, a good couple of slow balls. You can't just have one slow. You've got a variety of your slow ball. You've got to get that right.
I was a bit worried Devolt Brevis is out there. But it was going over his head, number 17, A.B. de Villiers' number. That's gone high. This is going to be caught and bowled in the end. Yes, a little bit of a yelp at the end also. So that's it. Our strikers are all out for 70. Trying to hit another big 6 was the skipper at the end. Couldn't quite get hold of that one. Rafan has picked up a wicket. So he was very happy with the fact that he's got Pollard out. Another look at it. Halfway down. And just a step or two towards the batsman and pouched it comfortably. So that's a good performance by Morrisville Sampami. Sort of a wry smile on the face of Kieron Pollard. There's Lance Klusener just going around and saying well done to his group. Moeen Ali will be really pleased. He wanted to finish on a high with his last game as well. Make sure they did well after winning the toss and electing to bowl. They certainly have done that. As you look at the strikers, batting card.
Their lowest total ever, New York strikes. Been around only a couple of years, to be fair, in the Abu Dhabi T10. But 70, man, it's resembling pretty much a telephone number in between. That 18 off 11 from Dikvala. And Rizwan with his 17 off 11. Oh, and Pollard got to double figures, and that's it. Not even extras. Wow, that is disappointing. And to be bowled out under 10 overs.
Yeah, 2 balls shy of those 10 overs. Bas de Leede 3 for 13, so really good work from him. Economy rate of 6.5. So striking and keeping it nice and tight as well. Fine picked up that 1. And 2 to Lintott and 2 also to Case Ahmed, who continues to impress in this format. And Ashard also picked up 1. He never misses picking up a wicket. Salman Ashard has done really well throughout. Right, so the targets should not be too testing. Batting conditions are pretty good. That's what Sampami need. 71 runs in 10 overs. And they need to go at just 7.1 runs per over. Okay, let's go downstairs now to Namrata.
अबू धाबी T10 के सबसे खतरनाक बॉलर्स में से एक कैस अहमद है हमारे साथ। कैस, सबसे पहले तो आप ये बताइए कि आपने इस पूरे सीजन में सबसे ज्यादा विकेटें ली है, क्या बोलना चाहेंगे आप उस बारे में?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक्स टू माय डियर अल्लाह। मैं शुक्रगुजार हूँ अल्लाह का जो टूर्नामेंट से पहले मैं आ रहा था टूर्नामेंट के लिए, मैंने बहुत मेहनत किया था और टारगेट बॉलिंग ज़्यादा किया था, जो अल्लाह ने अभी ये सिला दिया और मैंने टूर्नामेंट में टॉप विकेट टेकर हूँ।
क्या आप राशिद खान के साथ अपने नोट्स और टिप्स शेयर करते हैं, उनसे कुछ मदद लेते हैं? क्योंकि जैसे हम सबको पता है वो दुनिया के वन ऑफ द बेस्ट लेग स्पिनर बॉलर्स है।
मैं वो राशिद खान का साथ टीम में ज़्यादा नहीं हूँ, क्योंकि वो नेशनल ड्यूटी में है और नेशनल ड्यूटी में जब वो टीम में है मैं टीम में नहीं हूँ और मैं लीग्स खेल रहा हूँ। उसका साथ ना बॉलिंग नहीं किया है ना नट सेशन ज़्यादा किया है और अभी तक तो मैं खुद का जो वेरिएशन है, खुद का जो बॉलिंग है वो कर रहा हूँ। अभी तक मुझे न किसी ने सिखाया है और न किसी सीखा है मैंने। अभी तक मेरा खुद का बॉलिंग है।
वाह, तो आप कहेंगे कि आप एक नेचुरल बॉलर, पैदाइशी बॉलर थे?
नहीं, नेचुरल तो नहीं था, नेचुरल टैलेंट भी है बट मेहनत ज़्यादा किया है। मेरा जो बॉलिंग है, मेरा जो वेरिएशन है, मैं उस पर मेहनत करता हूँ और मेरा पास अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मेरा पास भी ज़्यादा वेरिएशन है, ज़्यादा बॉल
here we go.
Final match of the round robin in the Abu Dhabi T10, powered by Sat Sport News, and it's been a sluggish performance by the Strikers. Bundled out for just 70 up against the Morrisville Sampami. And they require 71 in their 10 overs. This run rate looks very achievable. And what have the Strikers' bowling options got to say about it? It's a good bowling performance from the Sampami. These two sides will meet in qualifier number 1 tomorrow. Ibrahim Zadran with a pretty ordinary average and a decent sort of a strike rate, best of just 26 in his 6 matches prior to tonight. And Monak Patel is his opening partner. Just his second match. So don't take too much or read too much into the numbers at this early stage. And another one of the excitement machines out of the UK, George Scrimshaw, with the new rock. Mike Hazeman alongside me to take us through the first 5. Cross seam for Scrimshaw to start.
Yeah, Simon, righto, here we go. So this shouldn't be too much of a challenge for a side that's playing well, and that's what they're priding themselves on. As Simon said, cross seam. As we know, when Simon says, that's just it, full stop. So they want to get a good start. Abraham Zadran is a good player, good young player, 21 years of age, nicely organised. Speaking to some of the senior players that have been with Sampami, they rate him highly. Opened a couple of the innings with Faf du Plessis as well. Monak Patel, good to see him get another run. Looking to go over the top. Has he gone over the top? No, he hasn't. That's out. First wicket. Nice and early.
Hard and into the surface from Scrimshaw. He's a big, tall lad. KP loves it. And much like the Strikers, the Sampami lose one early. How's that front foot? Big Georgie, no problem at all. Bounce. Straight up in the air. Mark Dayal. Contribute. That's the catch, and Ibrahim gone without scoring. The Sampami and none for 1.
Devop Brevis picked up that straight away, slightly short and hammered for 4.
Yeah, might have been expecting it, I think, from Scrimshaw, but he's pounced on it very quickly. It's a talented young man. Rolled his wrists, raced away.
Cleaning up the boots, Scrimshaw, big tall lad. He's already struck, already been successful. Rivers normally opens the batting, so he won't be unfamiliar with this scenario. Easing that one away, just releasing the pressure off and just dropping it pretty much. Good work. Coming back for 2.
Yeah, that 70 sort of had all the inklings of a side who've already qualified. Nothing really to play for. don't know how much it differs, though, with coming off a loss tomorrow compared to just continuing that winning streak. Completely different sides, though. There's 3 to 4 changes on both sides.
Yeah, both captains were at the top, so we're quite strong in saying that. Want to give a few blokes a bit of a rest. I mean, Kyron himself came in at number 10. Other guys a bit of an opportunity to see what they could do. Quick single.
Well, if they were looking to do that, Bustoleta certainly put his hand up, didn't he, to be in contention for tomorrow. So there's opportunities just to put your name front and centre and say, well, you know, I can get the job done for you if you want to stick with me tomorrow.
Yeah, he was really good and really determined too. He obviously realised there was a bit of a window and did a fine job indeed. Patel to face his first delivery. Oh, has a dip at that. Bit of a stretch for Dick Weller. 7 for 1.
Checking, I think, just checking, making sure everything's okay. I think that's fine, no problem there. Carry on.
Nicely bowled, that one from Scrimshaw at the end. Adjudicated the second bounce on the over. So it's a no ball and a free hit as well. So we haven't got that first over completed yet. 8 on the board at this stage, 5 balls done. Right, so Patel about to start. Looks like Delita's going to be batting number 3, perhaps. Goes over the top. Strong stuff from Patel. Monak Patel is a pretty handy batsman. Oh, there's going to be an unforced error there. And that is a big bonus. That's going to be a sense of humour failure for Scrimshaw, for starters. 12 for 1. So Patel just picked up a boundary in an interesting fashion that last ball the over. Brevis on 7 at this stage. Ali Khan is going to be running in and bowling to him. Just to watch Brevis play. He's got outstanding balance and he picks up the length very quickly. Gets that one hard into the ground, just a single.
Well, if ever you wanted a gift, you have a free hit and don't quite time it very well, Patel, and just keep your eye on Mohamed Wasim here when he gets to the ball and then tries to throw it and knees it off to the boundary. Thank you very much.
Oh, the big skipper's not happy. Oh, that was from very wide of the crease. Wide called as well.
A little bit of movement, but started wide and went even wider.
So we're going to miss that time. This was a couple of balls back. He went particularly wide, cutting that side line. That's a no ball. Straight away, it's a no ball.
Here's my issue. Go upstairs for one that probably wasn't another no ball, just last over, and yet you missed that.
Agreed. Oh, this might be another one gone. Up in the air, might be collision. Nope, safe and out. Safe from the collision. Ali Khan has a little quiet word to Monarch Patel.
Yeah, that USA connection there with Ali Khan and Monarch Patel. So the Sump Army have lost another. And this time well and truly behind the line, of course. No issue with that. Short ball, goes to pull it, top edge. And Karunaratne with the comfortable catch in the end. Asif Ali getting out of the way, no issues there. Not sure how I'd feel about that. You might cop a swift bat around the chops if you were me. Monarch Patel out for 4, 14 for 2.
Baz de Leerde now. Oh, he's got some nice pace going at the moment, Ali Khan. With an effort delivery that time.
Yeah, well, the players that are getting an opportunity are up for it. They're up for the contest, and I think that's a good thing. Hit the bat hard. He was nowhere near that pull shot.
I think there was any calling whatsoever there. Thank goodness there was no collision. He's been a fine player. Karunaratne doesn't want to get injured at this stage. Brevis now. Slaps that away through the covers for 4. That's a wonderful stroke. Outstanding work from Brevis.
Yeah, just pounces on this. Just a little bit of width from Ali Khan. Not a half volley by any stretch of the imagination, but throwing those hands through the ball. Finds the gap.
So 7 off the over so far. They're only chasing 71 to win. They've got 19 at the moment. Brevis gets going. Can happen pretty quickly. Got an edge on this one, and that's running away for a boundary. So 11 off the over, 2 gone, 23 for 2. Almost twice as many runs after 2 overs for the Morrisville Sump Army against the New York Strikers. Get around the 32 mark. That's when the Strikers started to go seriously south, losing wickets at on 32, then 35, 35, 42, 43, 44. It was a procession at that stage. Scrimshaw again. How much have you seen of him, Simon, Scrimshaw?
Yeah, a good portion during the English summers. I really like what I see. He's got a lovely action as George Scrimshaw. Just one of a few, to be honest, coming out of the UK. We've seen a little bit of Richard Gleeson. This tournament as well. It's the boundary for the last ball of the previous over. Played a game, T20 game down in Somerset in the Blast last year. I think Riley Rousseau got 100.
Come on, boys.
Somerset got 260 something in a T20 game against Derbyshire. And George Scrimshaw bowled 4 overs, 2 for 20. Everyone else got met.
How tall is he?
6'6". Yeah, he looks just slightly above Corin Pollard.
He'll be a good big lad when he grows up. Little punch this time from Brevis. Just noticed Corin Pollard just having a little bit of a chat to Brevis. He was sitting at the non-striker's end, or standing at the non-striker's end, just strolled over and had a bit of a whisper in his ear. Know each other very well, of course. Mumbai Indians. This boy will be the future. He just perhaps got to settle down a little bit for the long term. And of course, in this format, that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Gonna look to come back for the second. Touch and turn. Easily back. Big thanks to our sponsor, Alubond. Alubond A2, the world's largest manufacturer of aluminium composite panels. Terrific company, and great to have them involved in the Abu Dhabi T10.
Yeah, and played just the 2 games for South Africa. He burst onto the scene after a brilliant under-19 World Cup, didn't he? And obviously touted to be a South African superstar. He's still only 20 years of age. We have to remember these things. And he's just finding his way at the next level up, really, apart from underage stuff, playing in some of these T20 tournaments around the world, T10 obviously as well. So a little bit of time.
It's off the glove. It's off the glove. That's pretty quick. Slight little fumble. Side not to take that on. Good over 5 from it. Good over 5 from it. 28 for 2. That's 28 strikers, just getting to 70. A couple of changes of personnel. Well on the top scorer, and Delida 3 for 13. He was starred with the ball, that's for sure. Enough runs for the moment. Sampami 28 for 2. And Delida on strike again. To Ali Khan, who's got some nice rhythm going. Ali Khan out to the sweeper. 3 overs done now. A little bit of fun, the skipper. A nice character he is, Corin Pollard. Certainly is lit up cricket stadiums around the world, Corin. For a long time. Oh, looking to go over the top. Wide of mid on. I think that's where he's looking at that one. Adventurously.
Yeah, it's as you said, Hayes. He's very adventurous to that length, I think.
Got that away. Just the one.
The story of Brevis and AB de Villiers, Hazy. Tell us a little bit about how that all started.
It was a few years ago. He was a young cricketer finding his way, and he idolised AB de Villiers, as a lot of the young cricketers in South Africa did. And he actually just happened to run into him, not run into him, but he saw him at a restaurant. He was having dinner with his family, and AB de Villiers at the restaurant, and took a long time to get the courage to go up and say hello to AB de Villiers, as you would do as a young kid. It's hit away nicely. Straight to the fielder though. And it's not 4 runs. He's taken the catch. And De Leert is disappointed that he has been dismissed. So 3 down now.
Come back to that story. We're rudely interrupted by a wicket. Bustelator on his way. Got it short, got it wide enough from Ali Khan, but he didn't get enough bat on the big side of the ground, of course. We've talked about that. And Mohamed Wasim with a very comfortable catch in the end. Bustelator faced 8 deliveries for his 6, and it is 34-3.
Basil Hamid now. Strike rate of 197. That's good work. Average is pretty tidy as well. 16 games. So he has an opportunity now. Best of 47 not out. Out of 57. I'm told. So that's good work. Good work. Ali Khan again. Short delivery that time. That's going to be wide. Now back to our story about Devot Brevis. We'll just have a look at the De Leert dismissal. Wasim just took that catch quite comfortably, picked him out. So got the courage to go up and have a quick chat and say hello to AB de Villiers at the restaurant. And they started chatting for a while, and they found out that there was some school connection. That was the initial discussion. And as it turned out, he then just asked if he could stay in touch somehow. So AB de Villiers gave him his number straight away. He didn't know much about him at the time, I understand, AB de Villiers. Knew he came from the school and was a serious player from what he was talking about. That's Devot Brevis. And they've stayed really close ever since, basically. They don't see each other all the time, obviously, but they have had one-on-one coaching sessions. There were times when you pick up the phone and a bit of a chat to him. So it's just been a wonderful connection, at times close, but at times from a bit of a distance, and some words of encouragement, I'm sure, from AB de Villiers. He's got number 17, which was AB de Villiers' shirt. People were calling him Little AB when he first started playing, and he was quite strong. Both of them, in fact. He wanted to be Devot Brevis, and AB de Villiers said he's Devot. That's what he is. He's Devot Brevis. He's not AB. They wanted to just sort of sever that, so there wasn't any comparisons. But you can see how he's got some of these mannerisms that he does play. Some of the shots he does play are almost exactly like AB. It's on the glove. Successful. Wicket off that over. 5 off it as well. 4 gone. 33 for 3. A little bit of an animated discussion going on there. Not privy to it, of course. If we need to know anything, we'll let you know.
Yeah, this conversation is about the Karunaratne substitute for Gurbaz, and some army believe that George Scrimshaw wasn't in the starting 11, but he was. He was named in the starting 11, George Scrimshaw, and the Some part of me believe that Scrimshaw might not have been in the starting 11. So why is he allowed to bowl when Karuna Ratner is the replacement or impact player for Ramanula Gurbaz? So on our team sheet, it's all fine. We were just getting some clarity from the third umpire as well. That's what it's apparently all about. But they're barking up the wrong tree there. The Sampami.
18 Smith now. Dot ball to start. Here's Scrimshaw. He's bowled his 2 overs, 1 for 17. His return, he bowled quite nicely. Might be someone to watch as he develops, as he plays more cricket around the place. Wide that time, and a wide has been called. Seems to struggle with his line when he first starts. So Dean Smith often slides leg side. That one going wide outside the off stump. There's the skipper for tonight.
Snowball money. Scan the QR code, receive your digital rewards from T10, and visit also that website, cricket.snowball.money.
Didn't get all of that. Came on him quite quickly at the end. Brevis. So we saw one outstanding pull shot from Devon Brevis. I think it was the first ball he faced, and he slammed that away for 4.
Yeah, just to clarify that, all the playing 11s that have been online as well, and on the websites for this game had both Gurbaz and Scrimshaw starting 11, so I don't see any issue with it at all.
Harvey Borta. Signaling the 1 for the over.
Just to finish off on the Devon Brevis story, I was really disappointed. I don't like those comparisons and the baby AB stuff. It's so harsh and so unfair on a young man trying to make his way when you're compared to a legend of the game, and an absolute legend, one of the greats of the game. And the comparisons and the pressure on a young man's shoulders when you start saying that, he idolises him, yes, he's got the same number, but he's his own man, and he's got to make his own way. And the baby AB stuff was really frustrating for me, and I don't think he liked it either.
No, I don't think he did. I mean, the media just jumped all over it, which is unfortunate. Has he got that down the ground for 1, only a single? Yep, that's all.
It's like the Bazball thing. The media jumped all over that, whereas Brendan McCullum never called it that. Ben Stokes never called it that. They don't like the term particularly. It was just something that came about by a journalist, and everybody sort of jumped on it. Okay for the fans, I guess. That's fine.
That's nicely played. Hit that very well indeed. That's gone for 6. That's a fine stroke. Short and wide, but he's hammered it right over the ropes.
Yeah, width on offer, and doesn't need a second invitation. Basil Hamid. Plenty of it. Short side. Quite got the radar right yet, Odin Smith.
A little bit of extra bounce that time, heading towards the splice of the bat of Hamid. 5 gone, 45 for 3.
A little bit of movement. Really, Mohamed Wasim having a bowl. Everyone gets a turn, Danny Morrison.
Indeed. Spare and share the love. That's what's going on here. Certainly sharing at the moment with Wasim. Has he got one? Has he got a wicket here? Mohamed Wasim has picked one up. And Chamika Karunaratne has taken a good skyer to give Mohamed Wasim a wicket. It's Hamid, is it?
Well, that'll feel good too for Mohamed Wasim, picking up his fellow countryman just behind the line. That's okay. Just swing it away, toe into the bat. Karunaratne with the catch. Mohamed Wasim with a wicket. Sampami now 45 for 4 as Hamid goes for 9. Moeen Ali, good strike rate, 656 runs, Mr. 78 for Sampami. Skipper in his last match, that'll be wide.
Yes, it's not looking too good, is it? Sadly there for Gabaz. Ouch. That was Bannister leader, wasn't it? Bannister leader. Yeah, good heat. And this is Wasim's medium paces. Hamid into the night sky and back to the dugout. Yeah, it was a tasty delivery, wasn't it? Jagged and everything. Was it a swing? Was. Not was.
Mo goes out with a leading edge over extra cover. He'll pick up 1. Gets it through. Start it well with a 4.
Brings the 50 up for the Sump Army. Just a fraction too much width on offer from Odine Smith. Very adept there is Devolt Brevis. A lovely bit of placement and timing.
Oh, it's a really ordinary slower ball from Odine Smith.
Yes, keep practicing, young man. I'd like you to work on that. Jokes aside, you've got to get those right. And the slower ball, badly dragged down because there's no one on the offside. No one on the offside protecting in this floaty power play. And that is just asking to be carved on the up over point or extra cover.
Oh dear.
Wow, what about spinners getting the yips? I've seen it a bit with Odine at times. Effort ball, muscle it, and he just loses his shape. Going about batters losing their shape trying to strike the ball. Well, same for the quick men. You're just trying to muscle it too much and force it rather than flow with rhythm. And he's, again, definitely tried to muscle this one. And the upshot is 2 wides.
That's another one through the offside for 4 more. Start to the over. 10 so far off 2 and just 12 required.
Yeah, real shake of the head from Odine Smith. He's a strong man and he can get it right. He's useful and pacey and a bit of shape, a bit of seam, but horribly out of form, has to be said. Odine Smith.
Pinch 1. Yeah, just one thing I noticed with Odine Smith more often than not is that rhythm. There isn't really a nice rhythm to his action. He's a genuine athlete. He's such a strong man. Sometimes those big shoulders just kind of get in the way of him allowing to bowl the ball with any regularity in the same sort of spot. There's a couple of things I think he could really work on just to get it right, just to give himself some more consistency. That's the biggest issue with him because he genuinely bowled quick. Inside edge for 4, that'll help. Down into single figures now.
Won't help Smith too much though. Frustrating. The line was better, much better delivery, and produced the false stroke from Moeen Ali. Yeah, because Dawley, you and I have seen quite a bit of Odine Smith around the circuit. It's got a fairly simple, repeatable action, but yeah, at times that when it rhythms out, just muscles it.
So one thing you notice there is the replay before that, the arm's coming over before the front foot's landed, so he's out of sync, and the timing's just not quite right. There's just a little issue with the sync and the timing for Odine Smith. If he could just hold the action a bit longer. And see there again that the foot comes down, but the arm is already on its way through before the foot lands. So therefore he doesn't have a great base off that front foot. And I'm getting a little bit technical for T10, but that's something he's never really been able to fix. And nobody's really ever coached him, I don't think, or talked to him about it. And that's why it's out of sync. See, that arm is a long way over before the front foot lands. Oh no. I mean, he's not having any luck here. Moeen's perfected the little French cut.
My goodness, we've still got a ball to go, Dawley. And a very, well, it's a comfortable position of 69 for 4. In terms of just tracking down the total of 71. Yeah, Mo's playing that beautifully. It's almost like he's trying to do that on purpose. All jokes aside, it's still 4 runs. 20 off the Smith over.
2 required. Can he finish at this ball, Moeen Ali? He can indeed. That'll be it. 4 over backward square and the Sump Army win. They are now 6 in a row. The Morrisville Sump Army having lost their first game of the tournament. They will finish top of the table in a comfortable 6-wicket win in the end over the New York Strikers. They will do battle again in the first game tomorrow, as they have finished 1 and 2 in the preliminary rounds. But what felt like a game that was really null and void has almost panned out that way, with Moeen Ali finishing things off in the 7th over.
Yeah, all very comfortable for those in orange and blue. Absolute delight, finishing top of the table. And the brothers, the owners, and a little frown there for the Strikers. Messrs. Klusner and Penny, coaching staff, the head gentleman. And a good way for Moeen Ali to sign off, because he's off to the Caribbean on national duty for England. And that is good for him to see them through. He ends up 13 not out from 5. Brevis, time in the middle, his first outing, 31 from 18 with 5 fours. Good, really good workout for him. And the rest of them, well, they didn't really need to get any runs because they were only chasing 71.
Grimshaw 2 overs 1 for 17. Ali Khan was very good, 2 overs 1 for 16, or 2 for 16, sorry. And Wasim picked up his first wicket of the Abu Dhabi T10. $70 all out the Strikers were. Just some teen scores there for Dequella, Rizwan and Pollard. Bastilleda was brilliant, as was Case Ahmed and Jake Lintop, the Risties. And the Morrisville Sump Army on the back of Devolt Brevis with 31 not out. Get the job done very comfortably by 6 wickets. Some nice moments, good camaraderie between these guys. We will meet again tomorrow, minus Moeen Ali. Will the Strikers and the Sump Army, they have qualified 1 and 2. It's the Sump Army who finish up on top. And they'll play each other again in game number 1 tomorrow to see who goes straight through to the final. The Gladiators will also do that battle with the Tigers. So the Sump Army and the Strikers, winner goes straight through to the final. That's game number 1. Game number 2 is the Eliminator. Gladiators and the Bungla Tigers. Loser goes home. Winner plays the loser of qualifier 1 for the right to meet in the final, which will be played on Saturday evening here at the wonderful Zayed Stadium. So 3 games, all those 3 games played tomorrow, and then the final will be played Saturday as a standalone fixture. Looking forward to tomorrow's proceedings and these 2 sides doing battle again. We'll take a short break from Zayed and come back with the post-match presentations and wrap up the last game of the preliminary rounds.